Peace and blessings, everyone. Thank you for clicking on the video. I definitely appreciate it. It definitely helps me with spreading my channel, getting it to be recognized, and get it the algorithms to start working in my favor, because I have been shadow banned for years, and I'm finally starting to receive the subscribers and the likes that I'm supposed to have, so that I can start to get monetized, and so that I can use my freedom of speech to speak on things that are spiritual, prophetic, Bible based, as well as spiritual based. And I know I haven't posted in a very long time. I try to do it every week. I have been super busy, been working 2 jobs, and been just living my life, enjoying my life. However, I have noticed and hear the sirens. This is an alarm going off in the spirit, that divine provision is being provided for those that have been in lack. Whatever the enemy stole must return to us sevenfold. And so a lot of the enemies, or the haters, or the people, the ops that has been in your life trying to stop you, and have been hired to be hitmen, have hired to be witch doctors, have hired to do mind control on you, or even try to attack you with words and anything, if it's like racial, spiritual, physical. These people have died. They have literally died. They have died off. They're not in the land of the living anymore. They're in jail. They're in spiritual jail, or they're not alive anymore. And a lot of the attacks have slowed down. And then now that you are praying as well as action, prayer and action is making things happen a lot more faster. And so with me, I took a little period to not make videos, because I was telling the Most High, and I was praying and decreeing and declaring that if I'm going to do this work, I need to be provided for. There's no reason why I should have lack. So I would post a video, and then I wouldn't have that many likes, or my subscribing level wouldn't go down. So there were people who were trying to do work on my YouTube to try to stop me from getting notoriety, from stop me from going global, from going viral, because I have gone viral multiple times on this channel, exposing truths, breaking down the codes, spiritual stuff, and everything. And so those people, they try to get me to be in a cycle of gaslighting, because they're like, I'm speaking out and sharing truth, but they're going to make it seem like what I'm saying is not true, because nobody really cares or not interested in what I'm saying. Or they're going to go through my finances and try to see what bill I'm not carrying on, and try to cut off my service and disconnect my service. And so I was like, until I have the finances and the support that I need, I will not be making a video. And it actually did work very well. Like, I was praying the prayer, if the thief be found, he must restore to us sevenfold we have lost. And I've lost so much on this journey since my spiritual awakening. I have lost homes, I have lost jobs, I have lost relationships, I have lost finances, I have lost children, I have lost parts of my mind, because they always try to get me to lose my memory, and other people to lose their memory by changing different timelines, doing Mandela effects, doing butterfly effects, as well as losing sleep, because I'm up till 5 a.m. praying heavy in the spirit, because the witching hours and all the attacks come from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. and then losing like the dreams, because I had a period where I couldn't remember my dreams at all, and I usually get my prophetic messages from my dreams, and then me telling other people my dreams, making them be under attack. You can't tell everybody what you have going on, and they will try to steal it from you. And I want to be able to walk it like a talker. I want to be able to preach what I have experienced as well. So if I am going off of the Bible and what it says on the needy never begs for bread, or there'll be people always provided for, and if the birds and doesn't hunger and wonder what their next meal is going to be, why should the people in the kingdom of God? Different scriptures like that, and even scriptures about sevenfold. And I'm like, I have to be able to see that in my life as well. And if I'm planting seeds into other people and I'm working in the kingdom of heaven, I should be able to see the fruits of my labor, right? So I was like, something's got to give. And so I just sat back and I let the Most High God do his work. I let the Ruach and his Holy Spirit take care of what needed to be taken care of. If people had to be taken out of this life, so be it. If things had to, I was praying total restoration, being restored sevenfold, and the enemy really got scared. Like, they know their time is up. He knows his time is up. He knows that an inheritance has to be made. He knows that debt has to be made. So that's why he keeps trying to attack you and accuse you with things that you have done in your past, to try to keep you under a smear campaign and get other people to come against you and get you to be confused and distracted by chaos, by destruction, by all the things that's going on in the world. There's been so many rituals back to back to back, and I'm going to make videos of that. I'm going to be making videos of all the deaths that's been going on. I'm going to do a movie decode on sinners, because wow, that was powerful, as well as other rituals and social medias that's been going on, and things that have gone viral. And every time things go viral, I know that there's a ritual behind it, or there's some magic behind it. A lot of Freemasonry being exposed, a lot of the Jesuits of Jesus, the secret society. These are people in Jesus cults that they say that they're for the Messiah, but really they're just trying to control the top 10%, and they're trying to get us under their religions and their rituals and have us in agreement by putting things in the movies, putting things in the news heavy, and basically putting it all on social media. And these CIA programs and all these other programs, they are doing experiments on our minds, doing it in our dreams. I've realized that they have these technologies, DARPA, where they can influence your dreams and change your perspective. So a lot of people, they're thinking they're prophetesses and prophets, and they're coming out and they're sharing a dream. Their dream has actually been influenced by other outside entities and archons, and people in high places, enemies in high places that want them to spread. Like, I seen a post the other day that said witchcraft gotta be 3 million people paying rent daily, when God told us everything was free. When the Messiah was on the cross and he said it is done, and he paid it all. He paid the ultimate price. So why are we having to pay so much to breathe the air that we want to breathe, that's provided for by the trees, that to drink water, when the water is provided by the ocean, and God created all things, and having us to pay to live on a land or live in a house? Like, it's just too much. And other people came over here illegally. That's why I don't really agree with ICE and all they have going on. Like, some people, okay, yes, they're illegal, they haven't tried to get their papers and stuff like that, but these Mexicans are literally being hunted. They are being hunted, and the Most High did confirm that they are being hunted at this time. And I don't know if it's because of prophecy, I don't know if it's because of just hatred, if it's just racism, but it's definitely going. So I'm seeing all these things going on, even the children being missing because of natural disasters, and I'm gonna go into those too, the natural disaster situations. But I realized, and I had different other revelations, that the Pizzagate that's going on has been revamped. The adrenochrome and all that type of stuff with the underground railroads, with the trafficking, all that stuff has revamped and is going on now, and is going on heavy. And they tried to send the spirit of fear against us to get us to shut up, and the spirit put a gag order on us so we can't speak truth and everything. However, we will be sounding the alarm and speaking truth, and I'll have no problem exposing and releasing and telling anything that I have going on. But I'm not going to be threatened and gaslighted and made to seem like I'm just crazy illusions in delusion and gonna be broke out here. Like, no, I do too much in the spirit and in the physical to have to. So it's like the people that have been doing wrong this whole time, the reason why our blessings have been delayed is because they have not received full punishment. There has been judgment called on them. However, they're doing these witchcrafts, they're doing these rituals to try to delay their judgment, therefore delaying their punishment. So they're not being in jail. They own the jails. They're not giving up the inheritance, they're not giving the finances, and at this point we have to go and take it. And so I have been doing that work, as well as making sure that I see proof of the provision before I even get started, because at this point we're living in a world where everything has become super high and everything has become money centered, a Babylon system of fame, money, of sex, and all these things. And then while the true people of God are being pushed down, are being pushed to the curb, are being disrespected. They're being abused. They're being kicked out of their homes. They're being kicked out of their jobs. They have witchcraft being done on them, slander, gossip, all things to try to keep them down, throwing dirt on their names, and just running their names through the grapevine, through the mud, while continuing to bombard them with so much dark magic to try to get them to be hidden in the spirit from the Most High and receiving justice, judgment in their inheritance. And the people that are doing these are in secret societies and running certain parts of the government, running certain parts of different in the spirit realm. Even family and enemies have came against the chosen ones, and they probably in the physical don't even know that they're being used. They're literally being used as puppets by the enemies and familiar spirits and all these people, and they're having meetings and they're plotting on your life and having secret pacts with different other organizations to try to break you down, to try to throw their stones and hide their hands while doing work on the chosen people. And when we are attacked by these certain people, if you're really sensitive to energy, you will know who's attacking you. And because they made pacts and bonds in the spirit realm, it's like our spirit merges with these people. So we start to pick up on what they're doing to us. They start to pick up on if we know what they're doing. And there starts to be like a energy exchange in the spiritual realm and the physical. So they want to destiny swap us. And if they want to invoke poverty on us, then they're doing all these poverty spells and they start to receive the riches. But that has just shifted and switched because a lot of these people have gotten sick. They're in jail, they're in prison. Like I said, I just had 2 witch doctors who just died. And it's because their magic has backfired and has returned to sender. And I have been rooted in my protection. So now your power that you have came back to you, or has came back to me, as well as the power that they were using against me. I have absorbed that as well. And a lot of us are alchemists. A lot of us absorb energy. A lot of us are empaths. A lot of us are chosen. So whatever that they were doing against us, we feel it 10 times, and then when it's no longer working, we're feeling 10 times as better. And so I've been having bills being paid out of nowhere, like companies paying my bills, people giving me money, people who owed me money years later bringing back money. 2 jobs I'm working, making good money. They're trying to get the people who are receiving money right now, starting to receive their inheritance, trying to get them kicked off out of job by teaming up with their bosses and hitmans. They've hired so many more snipers. These snipers, they realize, these Freemasons snipers have realized that they have fallen in love with you because they have worked on you this whole time. They know your energy, and your energy is universal and so powerful and connected with the Holy Spirit, with the Ruach HaKodesh, with the Most High. And so when people close to you, they feel like they're close to God, and they feel like if they can't attack God or curse God, they want to attack or curse you, and God's not going to let that happen. And so God is taking out your enemies and allowing everything that the enemy stole to return to you. So the enemy is bringing up your sexual past, bringing up the things that you've done in secret, bringing up things that happen in chaos or in violence to try to get you stagnated and stuck in that old timeline, in that old generational curse. Because these generational curses, not the family members who are mad at your rise or who are jealous or hating. These are the spirits on them that are not comfortable with you rising in the spirit, because you were the one that were pushed down, abused, gang stalked, attacked. They thought multiple times they can steal your inheritance, steal your destiny, steal your future, and exchange it for someone else who's highly favored in the family. But the power of the tongue, baby, is so powerful, because calling back your energy, calling back your power is the first stance to getting everything that you need and everything that you deserve. Because these people have trapped your power and your soul and your spirit in certain parts of them to receive your gifts and your abilities, or put it in certain jobs and schools. That part, all of those years, those times, those hours that you have dedicated to yourself, you have left an imprint on that place. You have left an imprint in that dream. You've left an imprint on that person. You make a big impact on people. So calling that energy back makes you to be at 100%, get things done, and receive your blessings that you're supposed to be receiving. And I can't be grateful enough. Like, every bill is paid. So if I want to make a video and I'm starting to save in, I got trips coming up, I got new houses being unlocked in the spirit, new apartments, new businesses, and everything that's supposed to be unfolding. But the enemy thinks that he can come with an old, has changed the narrative and is using the old narrative, trying to use you against you. Like, how you gonna use me against me? You're right. So yeah, the enemy is scrabbling right now, just trying to see what they can do. This is why the people are dying back to back in the dreams. This is why oh my God, I didn't even know that. People are dying in their sleep. People are dying in their sleep for coming against you. They have astral projected into your house. They have done multiple dream spells on you. They have done throw curses on you. They can no longer throw curses in your dream to stop your bag, to stop your abundance, to stop your popularity, to stop your dreams, your gifts, your abilities. And they have literally died in their sleep, been trapped in the spirit realm and unable to wake up because they didn't want you to wake up. They thought they can send sickness and disease against you, and that no longer worked. And really, the devil played them, as well as the devil played himself, trying to play with you and everybody else who is involved. I was going to say, this is why people are dying back to back in the media, or legends that we think are dying back to back. But they also are dying in their sleep as well. And then a lot of these people, the celebrities who they said have died, they have been dead. These people have been gone, but they tell us around a new moon, a full moon, an eclipse, something astrologically, something with the planets, to try to energy harvest, because they're no longer feeding on us as they used to. They used to have a full 5-course meal off our energy, off our grief, off our shock, off our sex and everything, doing the sex magic and dreams, doing the rituals and movies. They had our eyes, they had our souls, they had our spirits. But a lot of people are waking up in a mass ritual, and we're calling back what is ours. We're speaking up, we're standing for ourselves, we're doing our protection. And now they just trying to throw as much as they want to throw at us and try to stop us, but they can't. And so they're in fear, and they realize that we have spiritually, and the Most High has legally and spiritually blocked them out of our destinies, keeping our future top secret, block them out of our minds. They can no longer do intrusion spells. If you've been having a lot of headaches lately, if you've been having body sicknesses and pain, this has been you transmuting the death magic that has been sent against you. The Most High is not going to let you die. The Most High is not going to let you receive less than what you're owed. So a lot of money is supposed to be coming in right now. A lot of provision is coming in. A lot of blessings is supposed to be coming in. And you're a healer of healer. I've noticed that. Like me, now a massage therapist, I am getting doctors and nurses and people who slaving over computers and working for the beast, working for the man, and I'm healing them, and they're healing and helping others. So a healer of healer, already decreed and declared, already anointed. So the enemy wants to use the people closest to you to try to take a peek into your life and figure out what's going on. What do you have coming up next? How can we stop this blessing from happening? How can we try to distract her from forfeiting her own blessing by getting people to turn on you who are closest to you, or to give you weird energy and things like that? And it's like they just basically, they're like a baby who wants attention. They want you to feed into whatever they have going on, so that is the energy exchange, and so that you give in to the narrative that what they're doing is way more powerful than what you're doing. So like these people, like celebrities and exes, haters, these people literally want you to come on here and talk about them 24/7 and talk about what you got good going on for you, so they can steal it, and so they can feel like, oh yeah, I'm still that bad person. Like and honestly, I could care less, because you're not paying my bills, you're not putting money in my pocket, you're ruining my life, and you're trying to have me to have your name in my mouth when your name don't mean 2 pennies to me. Like, be for real. Like, they are endlessly attacking us, but if we do not pay no attention, we're not clocking as much as they do, we're not naming all the blasphemy, because they're going to continue to do blasphemy, they're going to continue to try to attack. And you just have to put up a wall of protection and have to really stand in your truth and know who you are, and be like, none of that is touching me, none of that is bothering me. I'm not going to let what you got going on make my day even more worse. And you think that you're highly blessed because you have money and you have all this and that, but we're rich in the spirit. Anybody can get money. People, it's just taking longer for other people because they're doing it the right way. And they can no longer suck you dry of energy like energy vampires. So people been trying in dreams to heavily stalk you, monitor you, get you to reveal what you got going on in dreams, trying to get the same thing they do. These are the same things: the rat spells, the bug spells, getting nature to turn on you by doing voodoo and trying to get you to get so many bites. Like if you're out in nature, you're getting stung by bees, you're getting so many mosquito bites, you're getting bug bites and stuff. Or if there's like infestation in your house, multiple flies, multiple bugs, multiple, like trying to send rats to your house, trying to really attack you in any way. Like this is so low level type stuff, and it's like you still on the same thing. I've already moved on with my life and enjoying it and reaping the benefits of my labor. Physically, I'm doing this shit. I'm working. I'm putting in the power. I'm putting in the prayers. I'm covering myself. I'm covering my family. And you're trying to, intrude in my life, and then trying to attack the food. There is going to be divine recompense for those who have poisoned you and your family, those that have killed you and your family. If they're in government, if they're a neighbor, if they're a witch doctor that has been hired, and these people can no longer mask themselves, and you think it's just, oh, it's a family, a friend, a familiar spirit. These are different celebrities. These people that you know, who are in your dreams, in your mind, and they're shape-shifting into animals, shape-shifting into people, and acting like they're not trying to control your life, and then feed off your energy, and trying to get death energy attached to you by having someone die in your family, in your life, and feed off that energy to recycle their dead career. And it's just sick, and it's just sad. And the Most High is saying no more. And once you say no more, that's when it ends. When you take a stand and stand up for yourself. And so I had got multiple confirmations from other seers, from other prophetess, from even prophets who was telling me like things that's going on at the job, things that's going on in your house, in your family, in your land. And this is because a lot of the land is not working for us, because it's time for us to up level and upgrade to the next land. And it's time for us to get new houses, new apartments, new jobs, new family members, and things like that. So it's a lot of pushback, and it's like, it really sucks to see other people taken advantage of, and people who give the message as well. Because I'm like, oh, it's not just only me. It's other people who is dealing with these things as well. And if you're someone who is highly anointed, highly chosen, and nothing has happened to you, you're probably past the battlefield. Exit the battlefield. We don't have to keep going against these people day and night. They will receive their reward. Lake of fire, spiritual jail, physical jail. Let them be where they be, because you're exchanging energy with them, and you're taking on parts of their. And I can say like 5 things that I have done that has kept the enemy away from me and out of my home. One is I put Solomon keys around my house. And so Solomon keys, read the book of Solomon, read the songs of Solomon, read the Proverbs. Play those in your house day and night. It keeps unwanted spirits away from you. As well as you can print out the Solomon keys, and I just literally print them out, and I tape them on my roof, on my ceiling, in the kitchen, because the kitchen and the bathroom are the heart of your house, and they also attack finances through that, and death spells through that. So, and then also under my bed and on mirrors, because they've been coming through portals through the mirror, and as well as the TV, remote viewing chosen ones, and stalking and spying. But those Solomon keys block them and seals off your energy with fire, and they have closed portals that the enemy has used to gain access in your house. And they were using the spirit of Beelzebub, the spirit of Baaliff and Belial and Mammoth and Moloch, all to attack you. They mount certain spirits and demons on people, especially if they're highly anointed and powerful. They have to get thousands and thousands of legions of demons and legions from the Goetia and all these demonic spirits to try to attack you and hold you down. And then they try to recruit family members and stuff. So those have cut the link, the cord, and the connection that they had towards you by something that they have planted in you by food, something they have planted in you in dreams, things that they have planted in you by karmic past lovers. And then another one is subliminals to attract the things that you want to attract, because what you're seeking is seeking you too. You have to use the energetic flow to try to pull those things reprogramming the mind to exit out of the matrix simulation programming. And this also allows you to step in when you need to go to work and then step back out when you're on your own time. And it also helps you manifestations, the energy, the frequency move faster, and you getting what you want. And so playing those and using the music and the subliminals, it goes against the subliminals that we're receiving with music by celebrities, movies that we're watching, by people saying things but they're meaning something else, by their eyes doing witchcraft, cursing you with their hands, by their words, saying little different things, and you're having a conversation with them, and then after the conversation you're thinking, what was the conversation really about? And it's like, was they throwing shade? Was they sending the evil eye, as well as evil eye Nazar protection that is coming back from Turkey in Hebrew? The Nazar means watcher, or the Messiah and the disciples was from Nazarene, which means watchmen. And so the Nazar is a watcher. And so the eye, they think that is witchcraft. And I took it off. I had like a big one on me. I took it off because I was getting a lot of comments that was saying, don't use it, whatever. So I tried to see how it went without it. And when I tell you, these people were mugging me left and right, like looking me up and down and everything. And something about me, I don't take disrespect by nobody. If you're highly chosen, you cannot be bullied. And so I take offense to those things. But they want to get you in the spirit of offense, the spirit of Jezebel, and get back spirits and retaliation and stuff like that. But I'm like, I'm just going to let the Most High handle you. And so I pray over my Nazar. And if anybody want to look at me funny or look at my curses, look at my blessings and stuff like that, I'll be like, boom, do not play with me. Like, I got you, and you always will be accounted for doing anything against, as well as connecting to earth, grounding your energy, releasing the negativity that you have dealt with the other day, with people that you have came across, people that you have absorbed the energy from, letting the earth transmute that energy and release that energy. And that's why a lot of things are going on with Mother Nature. This is why we're having floods. This is why there's fires. This is why there's hurricanes. This is why there's so much tornadoes, because Mother Nature is reflecting and is angry because it's picking up on all the injustice that their children, the chosen ones, are going through. And as well as I had got some stones as well as crystals, and some of them are in the Bible, and the breastplate, the priests used those because they signified each tribe, as well as they were using for shielding their spiritual vessel and protection and connecting with the earth, as well as the Most High created these as well. So those has helped me balance my energy out. Of course, there's not so much magic in the crystals. I'm the magic, I'm the power. They're just amplifying your aura and your energy. Then last but not least, definitely number one, because I do this every day, and every time I sense something's going on, like even my body will alert me. Different parts of my body will start to alarm or flood with electricity, or even try to vibrate, or even like move and different things like that. They try to send certain things in our body, like I said, by what we eat, by spell casting, by projecting thoughts that are not ours, and getting us to be fearful because they're gain stalking, having people that they've hired in the government or even other secret societies to follow us in helicopters and unmarked cars, and hiring co-workers and bosses and family members to come against us and make a contract in the spirit against us, because contracts on our life have already ended, and now we're entering new contracts and new agreements, renewing our covenant with the Most High. So what the last thing is, so the first thing is tongues of fire. Holy Spirit, Ruach HaKodesh, tongues of fire. Like there's people, like if you get baptized, you will start to speak in tongues. That's one of the manifestations of the Holy Spirit, of the Ruach HaKodesh. But a lot of people don't know how to speak in tongues. A lot of people aren't given that ability, but you can understand, like your spirit will know and pick up what you're speaking about. But having that play in your house, having that play while you're sleeping, stops about 50% of the attacks against you. And the Solomon keys took the flies, the monitoring spirits, the ghosts, the demons from coming in my house by 90%. And I have them all around my house, and I'm going to put them on the outside of my house to keep unwanted people away, and moving into new buildings and stuff, doing the same thing. And they have worked tremendously. The tongues of fire, tremendously. That in Psalms, divine protection. Every day decreeing and declaring what the enemy stole, I will receive sevenfold, and watch everything come in multiple. and you start touching so much money that you've never touched. You start to receive the blessings that's been stored up, blessings that you have that has been not released yet, because the attackers keeps coming, multiples, and attacks coming in waves. And so you have to call out to God. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to call back your energy, and you have to just be on a whole nother positive wave and not focus on what the enemy's doing, not focus on the haters. Past people start to come into your life to try to get you distracted and get you to do what they want you to do, but you're focused, you're on a path, you're on a destiny higher than what the enemy's plan was for your life. Okay, so I'm putting light to the darkness and balance to the life. Pray that you and yours is protected and directed. Peace and shalom. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say, saying the Lord's Prayer daily, twice a day, before you go to sleep or at 12 a.m., as well as when you wake up in the morning before you leave your house. That also helps us casting out demons, because they send certain demons towards us through our eye gates, our ear gates, our mouth gates, and other openings. And they send the demon within us to try to tear us up from the inside out. So saying that prayer casts them out, as well as it reverse any plots and plans of the enemy that they have for you for that day or for that week. And as, of course, Psalms, prayers, praise and worship confuses the enemy. And don't forget to drink your water to stay hydrated if you're going to use the subliminals to manifest and to attack, and or to attract and to keep you hydrated. And make sure you're eating a lot of fruits and vegetables and vibrating on a higher frequency, as well as keeping the Most High close to you in prayers and speaking and communication, and let him know in that communication to continue to secure your blessings and call forth what be not as though they are. Shalom and peace. Ashe.